Hello and welcome to my Smackdown review, the go-home show before Survivor Series this Sunday. And what do they really have planned for this final hype for Survivor Series, huh? What can really make you excited for this show this Sunday, huh? What really can, when you think about it? What can make you excited for this show this Sunday? But as I was saying, no, we do kick off Smackdown tonight with the Street Profits, basically talking about their match with the New Day this Sunday and the whole Undertaker 30th anniversary thing. Montez Ford started doing the whole eyes in the back of their head thing until somebody had spoke and everybody thought it was Taker for a second, which ended up being Big E wearing a mariachi hat, because then again, when the Undertaker ever wore a mariachi hat, basically said y'all got some props and everything, but y'all ain't gonna beat the New Day. And tonight that they here, because they are one of the greatest, and that Kofi is one of the greatest WWE champions of all time, Big E said, and that Wood's one of the most underrated wrestlers in the world, and that y'all talking about the smoke and everything, y'all just knockoffs basically, and you want to prove it and whatnot, because Big E says he didn't need to, prove it to him, because they already here. You want to go find them, they out there right now. The New Day did come out though, talking about, hey, we don't go here anymore, but we were invited here. And, they want to check to see if there was some giant fist, or, anybody's checking to the Smackdown hotel. Has some good references right there. And they want to say something about the Street Profits, and, talk about we passed the torch and everything. You only want the smoke because y'all can't handle the fire, okay? And, if y'all was able to have it, y'all be dead. Y'all be some dead men. And then Kofi's like, we're not going to kill him or anything. But then they start talking about the Undertaker, because, hey, Undertaker has to do with death. And basically they kind of did the whole sit-up thing that Taker does until Sami Zayn came out. Talking about the only Undertaker's doing this whole thing this Sunday is because he's trying to avoid him. Because if you remember last year in Madison Square Garden, which he did say, Undertaker did choke slam him. That did happen, folks. Look it up. It wasn't not that long ago. I think it was in September of last year, if I remember. Yeah, so it was like September of last year, last time I checked. But Sami Zayn talked about how management is, protecting everybody, and talking about he has to be in this match against Bobby Lashley this Sunday. So he was going to be the superior champion and whatnot. It's the Intercontinental versus the United States champion. But Sami Zayn says, I'm not here to hurt you guys or anything. Basically, he says he's the man of the people and whatnot. And basically, the New Day say you look like a recently divorced dad that pays down payment on a studio apartment. The King of Waiters himself, Corbin, came out and basically talked about Sami Zayn, why even talking to them. That he doesn't belong on SmackDown. And, you guys had a farewell match not that long ago. And basically, New Day says, we're just visiting, and Corbin says, yeah, you guys got to go. Ziggler and Rude came out then, talking about they didn't like what was going on right here, and they wanted a match, and Kofi and Woods kind of pitted them against each other. Yeah, y'all fight them, and basically it turned into a 4-on-2 then, and then Street Profits came out, of course, going to the obligatory 8-man tag team match that happened then between the New Day, the Street Profits, Rude, Sami Zayn, Corbin, and Ziggler. It's not much I can really say from this. Just to hype up a little Survivor Series and showing some tension between the New Day and the Street Profits. Sami Zayn, who basically just came into the ring then and got frog splashed by Montez Ford, basically winning the match. And yeah, New Day and Street Profits, it's not much I can really say from this. This was just to eat up time, maybe in the first half of the show, I should say. So it's not much I can really take from this. It was just to eat up time, okay, and kind of promote the tag match for this Sunday. And then they went to Daniel Bryan, who's actually back tonight. He's been gone for 3 weeks. He looked like he's about to be interviewed, but Sami Zayn came in, which it looked like they still kind of somewhat still building a match between these two, since they kind of came back to this again and whatnot. Daniel was just watching him as Sami Zayn kept yelling at him. Daniel Bryan had a mask and kind of slowly put it on like this, and Then he just pushed him to the ground, and then Sammy says, "I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you." And Daniel Bryan went on and says, "Hey man, I'm trying to socially distance as much as possible. Much as possible," he says. But yeah, other than the social distance thing, what else did they really go to on this show for SmackDown? They actually did interview Daniel Bryan about Jey Uso. I guess he wants to get some payback on him tonight after Uso put him out for the past few weeks. And he says that, Uso, he's just going around listening to someone. He's very angry right now. But as Bryan went on and says, Uso says nothing personal, but, and that he has to, and was like a devil on his shoulder and everything. And Bryan talked about how, everybody wants to talk about if he came back too soon, how he was laid up in the hospital, and how he couldn't even hold up his kid and everything. But he told Jey Uso it's going to be nothing personal tonight. Adam Pearce, I guess, who had the last person on the Survivor Series team, the men's won the final spot, which I was hoping it was going to be Big E, which I don't know why he's not even in this match. They pick Otis, okay, which I even said to myself, yeah, this team is already going to lose this Sunday. So, yeah, they got Otis on their team. And, Chad Gable, which I guess he's like his coach, like he's, or some type of coach, and he's trying to help him get to his inner alpha or something, which, I don't know where that's going. I was actually hoping it was going to be a surprise for this Sunday to see who the final member was going to be in this. And I say that for a reason. I had this friend, he actually kind of came up with a good idea how SmackDown could have just, they could have just pulled Taker into this. Like, we're doing this whole 30-year anniversary thing. Why not throw him in the match, okay? Because Undertaker's always been synonymous with SmackDown most of his entire career. And that's where they could have went with that. And some say he could have, AJ Styles could have got payback on Taker and won for the Raw team and whatnot. And that would have actually meant something. Hey, you can get payback for the Boneyard match. So that actually would have made some sense once it was kind of explained to me today. But then they pick Otis, of all people. You got Big E walking around, and I kept saying for weeks, why is he not in the Survivor Series team? Let's put Otis there. No reason. Natalya then shows up. That makes me want to turn my channel. Still trying to get on the team, which Adam Pearce said that he did pick Bailey to be on there. And I guess Natalya has to beat Tamina to win this match. Seth Rollins was in the back cutting a promo on Murphy, talking about he gave him new life. He's his creator and everything. And, it would have been a bright future with you by my side, but you chose to go with the Mysterios and betray me. So he's basically going to send Murphy back into obscurity tonight. So, Seth said he's going to take him out. Next, they did have Tamina versus Natalya, Bailey, and but other than the women's team, no. Which I'll at least admit, SmackDown at least is women's team are better than ones I see on Raw right now. Even with the replacement ones they have on Raw, to some extent, I should say. But SmackDown looks better overall. But next up, we actually get to the best segment out of this entire show tonight, was the contract signing between Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre. The champion versus champion thing. Roman Reigns basically took his time coming down there, sitting in the chair, which was, when you look at it, he was the seat at the head of the table. So think about that when he sat next to Drew. And, told Drew, I believe you could do it. Paul didn't, but I did. But Roman says, I've already learned enough lessons and everything, but you're the right guy in the right place at the wrong time. And McIntyre went on and he says, listen, you want to doubt me and everything, flip the table, punch, you won't. But listen, I know you do business and you got this match now. And I got the title. I want it for myself. So just sign the contract now. And it says, I want you to underestimate me because I want you to enjoy the last 2 days of peace before you prepare to go to war. But Roman basically looked at Drew and says, let me offer you some advice, okay? I'm the tribal chief. I'm the one that gives the lessons, okay? And listen, you're the secondary champion, all right? Basically, when I'm not here and I'm busy, when I'm doing something, they just put you in, all right? You the second-rate champion around here, all right? Basically, I'm world famous. You not. Nobody don't know you. Everybody know me, okay? I am the WWE. And right now, you need to take that lesson and thank me right now, okay? Because you need to look in the mirror. This is what you always wanted to be right now, all right? And, you just number 2. I'm number 1. You the secondary champion. Even though he's the WWE champion, apparently he's the secondary champion, okay? And he said he'll see him Sunday, so great promo, which that sound like a shoot half the time, too, when you think about it, because when it is Roman, they'll look at him as the number 1 champion before anybody else, and they'll look at him as the secondary champion. Given that this match has only had 1 week's time of build, at least I'm sold on this match, even though this is very last minute. Even my friend Steven said this is like, what, the third time they switched the WWE title so fast before Survivor Series. They've done it with AJ, they've done it with Bryan, and now they've done it with Drew. Like, it's always crazy. Like, it's always 1 week before the pay-per-view or something or two, and then the WWE champion just changed at the last second because they want somebody else facing for whoever's champion versus champion. So, third time the WWE championship has changed before Survivor Series to face the Universal champion. 2 of those was against Brock, but now this is against Roman. So, always a last-minute decision here. But overall, still a great segment. Seth Rollins went against Murphy. I know Mysterio's got involved. Very good match, I should say. I'm hoping, like I said before, I don't have to see anything through this in this feud anymore. I'm just sick of it and whatnot. Murphy ended up getting the win with Murphy's Law, so he beat Seth Rollins, but hey, Seth Rollins still got to wrestle Sunday, folks. I know some people think he may be taking time off, which I think, well, we've all seen the photos, so he may be gone soon. Kid is coming, everything with Becky, so we'll see what goes on with that. Asuka and Sasha Banks were in the ring as Michael Cole basically talked about the rivalry. Sasha says, I beat her for the title. Asuka says, you didn't beat me. Basically, Sasha, oh, you got jokes, huh? You got jokes. And Asuka kept saying, you can't see me for some reason, and that nobody's ready for Asuka. And I said the stare down, Carmella attack, which I swear every time I just see Carmella attack Sasha, I don't really care. I've seen Carmella now wrestle 1 match. It doesn't really have me interested to see her go against Sasha. It's like she's just there, okay? She's there. And Asuka just kind of basically looked on as Carmella attacked Sasha then. But in the main event, we got Jey Uso versus Daniel Bryan. A very good match, I should say, to end off the show, which I felt like had nothing to do with this pay-per-view since Bryan's not even on the freaking team. They could have added him to the team if he beat Uso tonight. But Bryan ended up winning with a roll-up. My friend Kyle, which he will be reviewing this show with me Sunday for Survivor Series. We will be doing a double joint review. I just want to get that out the way. He said that he should just beat up Uso, especially after he, got taken out 3 weeks ago, and winning by a roll-up was just kind of weak in a way. Could have just made him tap out or beat the crap out of him, but Bryan did get the win right here to beat Uso, but it doesn't really change anything for this pay-per-view Sunday, to be honest. I'm sure maybe Bryan may be in the title picture after. It's been being rumored about that, so we'll see what goes on from there. Honestly, overall, like I said, the best thing on this show was the Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns segment, okay, for Survivor Series. Overall, I'm not really interested in this pay-per-view. The build has just not been good. I know it's supposed to be Raw versus Smackdown, and I guess that, gives itself, but I can't really say I'm not really interested in any of these matches except for the whole Roman and Drew thing. The Undertaker 30th anniversary thing speaks just for itself, so we all know what's going to go on with there, which, I've said this before, and what is this, like, what, the 4th, 5th retirement Undertaker angle we've done at this point? At this point in the game, I would not be surprised if somehow, some way, he will be in another match by WrestleMania. I'm just calling that right now. I could be wrong, but, dude, I've noticed this one too many times now where they set you off like Taker's going to retire, and they're milking this really good. Don't get me wrong. They're milking this with the Last Ride documentary, which he never actually said he was retired, that he would come back when needed, and I'm sure he will in the future and right now and whatnot. But go back and look at the documentary, and like I said, man, they may have almost had me fooled a few years ago back on Orlando, but I kind of knew he was gonna be back in like 6 months, like literally the night after WrestleMania. The minute they say he was rumored, you knew he was gonna be back. Okay, so I'm sure they'll have a big thing for Sunday for Taker. I'm sure it's gonna be big, but I would not be surprised if this dude ends up in a match against anybody. Okay, I don't even know. Maybe another Boneyard match. Maybe a match at WrestleMania. I have zero clue. Okay, but like I said, the whole Undertaker 30th anniversary thing speaks for itself. Okay, it's just I'm at the point where it's like it's just fourth, fifth angle, and I'm just saying it happens when it happens. So I think in a way I've kind of stopped caring to an extent too when it comes to a lot of these retirement angles with him. But hey, well, we'll see. I'm sure it'll be good. I'm sure it will. But like I said, Survivor Series, the build has just not been really good. I can tell you right now, I just don't really care. Like I said, when it was last year, it was just everything going on. NXT was involved. I like to call him DNXT because it was led by DX, and I don't know, because it's very little stake on the line for this show. Okay, it's not really no brand, warfare, supremacy, or anything. One thing I will say about SmackDown, even Raw also, we didn't get the obligatory, giant, huge brawl between both of these shows at the end where, all the SmackDown guys come out and the Raw guys come out, or everybody attacks everybody's show. We saw none of that this year. Maybe given what's going on right now, that's probably the case. But right now, we didn't see any type of brawl or everybody just come out and beat each other up type of thing. So we didn't see any of that this year when it comes to Survivor Series. Okay, but like I said, we'll see what happens this Sunday. Like I said, I can't tell you I'm really that interested in the card itself, and like I said, the build has just not been good at all, but we will see what happens Sunday. But other than that, though, like I said, this Sunday, me and my friend, it will be a double joint review of Survivor Series. We will be going in on that show, and we'll see what happens. We've been wanting to do some other reviews for the show, but conflicting schedules. But Sunday, we will have a review of Survivor Series together, okay? So, yeah, I'm sure it's gonna be a good talk this Sunday for the show. But other than that, though, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter. Tell me what you think about this episode of Smackdown, the go-home show for Survivor Series. Does this have you really interested for this pay-per-view this Sunday? What do you have to say about this whole Raw versus SmackDown thing again? Okay? But other than that, though, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Peace.